Hi guys, it's Dave in real life and welcome to this very special video. Obviously the Premier League is starting at the weekend, and I'm going to have a little bit of a look at last season's top four and see if they've made any new signings and what I think of their chances of taking them spots again next season. Obviously they're all involved in Champions League football as well, so yeah, this will make a massive change to their programme and obviously their squads. See if they've strengthened their squads to be able to cope with the extra matches. So we are going to take a look at last season's champions and see if they have done enough to get the championship for another year, that meaning 4 years in a row. Yes, they are the treble winners, that is Manchester City, and they have done well in the transfer market, getting a brand new midfielder from Chelsea in Kovacic. I feel that this is a nice little steady signing, a very accomplished Premier League player now, very good defensive and attacking minded, and yeah, it's a good little signing for this. A quite packed midfield at Manchester City as well, but it's a good addition. And then we've got the defender, I hope I am saying his name correctly, Garvanal. Also Croatian as well, brought in to shore up an already impressive defence for Man City. I do think they are on course for yet another championship. There will be competition for them this season, as I feel that people are getting to know a little bit more about Haaland, their top goal scorer from last season. So yeah, I think City will be very much in the title race, if not actually winning yet again for the fourth season running. We are going to look at now the runners-up from the Premier League last season, and that is Arsenal, the current Community Shield winners. Congratulations to them. But they have done quite a bit of business in the transfer window themselves, picking up some 3 key players. Defender Timber, who was linked to Manchester United last season, but sadly that deal fell through. But Arsenal have made sure that they've signed this defender from Ajax. Fantastic little signing this for them. And also Kai Havertz from Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea have sold a lot of players this season, Kai Havertz being one of them. I don't know how Kai Havertz fits into this Arsenal team, but it's not a bad little addition. I can see him playing off of Jesus up front. Time will tell if this is a fantastic signing or not. But what I think is one of the better signings, although they have paid a little bit more than I would have hoped to have paid for Declan Rice. But like Declan Rice is the new midfield choice, good England defensive midfielder. A little bit pricey. I wouldn't have paid that much for him, but you've got to pay that little bit extra for English players, I guess, in the Premier League these days. So yeah, I think Arsenal will be in the top 4 next season. Certainly title contenders. They have got the talent to do that. Whether they can push on to become champions again, maybe not this time. I think that they've got a hell of a lot more work to do. In third place from last season, and your current League Cup winners, Manchester United. I feel that this is a bit of a letdown in the transfer window, but I could be proven wrong. I'm not sure how Manchester United fans feel about these transfers, but I feel like Mason Mount coming in, I think it cost way too much money. I'm not really excited for Mason Mount, if I'm being all honest. But Liverpool were also linked to this guy before the summer. He did choose Manchester United, but time will tell on that one. Onana has come in as a replacement goalkeeper, so to say, for David De Gea, or at least a good backup goalkeeper to him. Signed from Inter Milan. I think Man United needed another option in goal. David De Gea showing quite misfortunes last season and for the last couple of seasons. He's not at his A game all the time. So Onana being brought in to pretty much so that they've got an option there. A signing that I don't really know too much about is Atalanta's Højlund. Another Norwegian, could be very much like Haaland, or a Wish.com version of Haaland, so to say. But yeah, I think time will tell with him. I don't know too much about Højlund. Let's see if Man United could do the magic like they did with the likes of Solskjaer several years ago. And yeah, it could be an interesting signing, this one, and I wouldn't want to bet against him. Then we go to the final place team from last season, who finished fourth. Had a fantastic season, actually, getting to that League Cup final, which they lost to Manchester United, and that is Newcastle United. Had a fantastic season last season, to be quite honest with you. Probably exceeded expectation, in all fairness. The likes of Alberon getting up, making an impressive performances, I guess, last season. Obviously, the likes of Callum Wilson, Alexander Isaac, they could do with having him fully fit for a season. I think he is a talent. But they have made two interesting signings. There has been a bunch of signings, to be fair, but I think these are the two more important ones. Tonali being brought in, a fantastic little Italian midfielder, very young, has got a bright future. I do think he's a talented midfielder. I don't know what I was going to say there. I nearly swore. And then we've got Harvey Barnes from the relegated Leicester team. I think Harvey Barnes is a fantastic signing. For one thing I can make a comment on about Newcastle, I would have thought they would have shored up that defence. I feel that is still an area that they needed to improve on if they were going to challenge for the title. I think the rest of the team is okay. They've not really got a strong bench either, so I would have thought more players brought in to strengthen the bench as well. But yeah, I think Newcastle, out of this year's top four, are the ones that will struggle. I think Man United will struggle, in fairness. I really feel that them two will lose their place in the top four if the players they brought in don't do the job they expect them to do. So yeah, I really feel that these two could be replaced in the top four. So yeah, that is my look of last season's top four. Remember, all of these are playing in Champions League as well, and I feel like the likes of Newcastle will struggle with their squad strength, depth. With that Champions League challenge. I don't really see them lasting that long in the Champions League, if I am being all honest. But you never know, it could be proven wrong, and that's the whole point, is that the Premier League is so unpredictable that anything can happen. I mean, look at last season, Brighton doing fantastic, also Villa as well, exceeding expectations as well, Brentford staying up, Forest staying up. Yeah, so obviously anything can happen in the Premier League, as I just said. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below, who out of these four clubs do you think will be in the top four at the end of next season? Who's got a chance of winning more silverware? Who's going to win the Premier League? More the question. I do think that Man City have got an extremely good chance of retaining yet again, doing it for the fourth year running. But it's up to the rest of the Premier League teams to step up. This team, as shown last season, can be beaten if clubs are not scared to play against them. I feel that a lot of managers go into these games with City with a very defensive game plan, and it always fails. I think you've just got to play football against City. That's why Liverpool always seem to do good in their matches against them. And obviously the likes of Arsenal and Man United as well. But yeah, you've got to play pretty much a football, attacking football, if you're going to succeed against City. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if any of these clubs will make further signings before the season. Obviously, I feel that Newcastle could do with strengthening that defence before the season starts. But yeah, they've still got, I think, a good couple of weeks before the transfer window ends. So yeah, a lot more changes could be made. Let me know what you think of these four clubs and of their signings. Please try not to be biased in the chat. I'm looking at Connor and James Chadwick, who are extremely biased sometimes to their teams, and including me. Obviously, make sure that you join me for the next football special, which is a look at the potential top 4 clubs who didn't quite do it last season. And obviously, I bet you can guess who them clubs are. we out too much of a struggle. Anyway, I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome, and yes, we cannot wait for the Premier League to start this weekend. And the first watch along is Manchester United v Wolves on Monday, so make sure that you're available for that. Anyway, that is it for today's football special. I'll see you tomorrow in another one. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Bye for now.